Your father had one final request, and we are going to honor it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be uncomfortable, and we're going to get on each other's nerves. But for the next 7 days, you are all my children again. And you are all grounded.
Would you?
There. It'll be all right, Mr. Tusk.
Well, those were clips from the new movies that opened this past weekend.
And here to tell us what he thought of The Maze Runner, This Is Where I Leave You, and Tusk is our resident movie critic, Will Loper. Good morning, Will.
Good morning. Whew. Busy weekend.
Yeah.
But I managed to survive, so I could make sure to be back here to give you the reviews of all three. So first up, we have The Maze Runner. This is based on a book by James Dashner. A large group of boys is stuck in a meadow in the middle of a maze, and throughout the movie, they try to figure out how to get out. The fun is trying to guess during the movie why they're there and what exactly is going on. The movie does a good job of keeping you in the dark while revealing little bits of information as the movie progresses. However, it does end on a giant cliffhanger. Some questions are answered, but there's a ton more that we're not going to find out until next year when the second movie is released. And that's slated for in September as well. You could read the book or spoil it online.
That one looks kind of interesting. That was #1 at the box office, too.
It was #1, and yeah, I really liked it. So.
What did you give it then?
Well, I'm going to say, see this movie if you like your youth dystopias a little darker. This one's a little darker. Don't see it, however, if you want complete resolution or you're claustrophobic. I give it 3.2 Labyrinth David Bowie's out of 5.
David Bowie. All right, what's next?
Next, I saw This Is Where I Leave You. So this is also based on a novel. Stars a big cast. We got Jason Bateman, Tina Fey, Corey Stoll, Jane Fonda, Adam Driver, among others. 4 siblings come back home when their father dies, and all kinds of drama comes bubbling to the surface as they bicker, deal with their own relationships, and even get in a few scuffles. This is a lot like a less mean version of August Osage County. It feels a little too long, but the whole cast is very likable that a lot of the movie's faults can be forgiven.
See, I'm intrigued by this one.
Yeah,
I want to see this.
yeah.
Okay, but
What's
is
your
it
rating?
worth it?
Well, I think you should see it, that if you don't get enough family drama at the annual Thanksgiving, or if you're a Jason Bateman fan, it's a very good Jason Bateman movie. Don't see it, however, if you don't like family drama. So
Okay.
Anyway, 3 training potties out of 5. Throughout the movie, there's a little kid who plops down his training potty all over the place. And it's kind of running gags. So.
Excellent.
All right, and your last movie?
Last movie. Okay, now see if you can stay with me here.
Okay.
Tusk by Kevin Smith, the Clerks Kevin Smith. Justin Long plays an obnoxious podcaster. He goes to Canada in search of an interesting story for his podcast. Finds an old man who has all kinds of stories to tell of his adventures in sea. However, it turns out the old man is crazy, wants to turn Justin Long into a human walrus. So the movie is few parts gruesome horror, many parts dark humor, and is just plain ridiculous, but I enjoyed the crazy ride, and I don't think you'll see any other movie quite like it this year.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so I wasn't expecting this. So what's your rating, Will?
Well, that's a little tough. I think if you like The Human Centipede but thought it could use more walrus, see this. Or if you've been in Haley Joel Osment withdrawal since The Sixth Sense, don't see it if you have a walrus phobia, for sure. I gave it 3.2 Tusks out of 5, of course.
Yeah, I thought that was Haley.
Haley, yeah, it was a little thicker, but that's him.
Okay. All right, so what do you have for next week?
Next week, we got The Box Trolls and Denzel in The Equalizer.
And Denzel.
Love me some Denzel.
Right, and Denzel.
I think
Okay. We're going to check your morning commute.